Hello, we are gathered once again to discuss a separate set of fire drills. Now, the one we're going to be discussing today is what we call a Class B fire or a flammable liquid fire. In most case scenarios, your Class B fire is going to begin in the kitchen. Simply put, we use grease and oil to cook on a daily basis. Now, in the state of California, we have to have installed what's known as a suppression system. Now, the way a suppression system works is fairly similar to that of a sprinkler system. However, in this case, it is only over the hood of the grill and it triggers at around 850 to 1000 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, because of this, instead of the kitchen staff going immediately into race, really their first step should be to try to put out the fire before it becomes a major concern. Now, when the suppression system triggers, the staff should of course grab their K-type fire extinguisher and use it. They're going to go ahead and use pass, pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. And of course, using both methods congruently typically leads to 96% of the time the fire being out. Now, this is a good thing because we do not wish for the fire to grow, become an even larger concern. Now, the issue is when that's not enough. Now, when it comes to a grease or oil type fire, we should already know that we do not want to put anything like water on this. Simply put, it's going to make things a whole lot worse. Now, grease and oil are flammable liquids that are non-water soluble, meaning they do not mix with water, and in terms of buoyancy, they are lighter, which means that they are always going to rest on top of the water. So of course, wherever the water goes, the fire is going to follow. Now, with that being said, we do have sprinklers everywhere throughout our facility, and that is a major concern for us because of course, if the trigger point for the suppression system is at 850 degrees Fahrenheit, that means that a sprinkler system is shortly to trigger. Now, if a sprinkler were to activate, that is when the kitchen staff should go into race themselves. Now, race, once again, rescue, alarm, contain, extinguish, or evacuate. Step 1, rescue. You want to make sure the kitchen staff comes out. Now, for the most part, the kitchen staff are able-bodied, but that doesn't mean we become complacent. Just like if there was a fire anywhere else in the facility, we would expect them to come and help us. We in turn do the same for them. Now, with that being said, once everyone does come out, we close the door, we go over to the alarm step. In the alarm step, there's the three same things we have to do, which is page code red to the kitchen in this case, call 911, and activate the fire alarm if it hasn't gone off on its own already. Now, as staff, you hear code red to the kitchen, you immediately should grab fire extinguishers and rush over. Now, once you get there, we begin the containment step. The same four things we do every single time should be done. Get patients to their rooms or to the other side of fire doors. Close all the doors. Clear the hallways or push everything to one side. We then, of course, want to add shutting off the ventilation system because that becomes a major concern if we have water that can go through the evaporated state and of course go into our vents. And finally, you want to shut off the gas line. This is only done if the kitchen staff were not able to shut off the gas line on their own. Okay? We do not go ahead and shut off the gas line if it was already turned off at the stove or wherever it is that they were cooking. Now, with that being said, when it comes to the extinguishing step, for all future references, keep in mind the way you want to break this down is, can I enter and fight the fire safely? If the answer is yes, you walk in, use your fire extinguisher, and try to put out that fire. If the answer is no, then you focus on the evacuation step only. Now, in most cases, this type of fire scenario, you will be unable to try to fight the fire. Unfortunately, fire spread is going to be very rapid, and of course, if you open that kitchen door, there is the danger of it coming out into the hallway and spreading out to the rest of the facility, which means in this case we focus on the safety of our staff. We get ourselves to the other side of fire doors, and of course, we let the fire department know of any information that we can when they get here. Now, with that, fire department should go in. They should be able to bring out any patients that are in any dangerous or predicaments, such as if you left any in their rooms with the doors closed, you should be able to be ready to receive them. Now, they are also going to try to put out this fire. Keep in mind, when they're done, they're going to go over to the other side of fire doors, just like they would in any other fire scenario, and let you know that the other side of fire doors is now safe. You should send one staff member over just to confirm that the fire is out. And of course, with that, once everything is done, you page code red all clear. That lets all staff and patients know that this fire situation is over and we are safe once again.